wow, that was a bit much. Look at everybody else. Now look at us. She may as well be talking back to a wall. Because JP, have you seen yourself, sweetie? Like, out of all people, you have some nerve. Because half of us would have seen you and be like, actually, no, I'm good. Love is not blind. Like, look at this man. Stop playing with me. Cause ain't no way in the world a human that looks like JP could tell me that I'm ugly. What is up? It's your girl Lex. Welcome back to my channel if you guys are returning. And if you're new, welcome home, girl. We are jumping right into the next episode of Love is Blind. We are on episode 6, and baby, we are out of the pods. We on vacation. We're trying to test out if the emotional connection matches the physical connection in real life. If you have not watched episodes 1 through 5, I'm gonna keep telling y'all that because y'all know how YouTube like to do. They kind of just like push random videos. But I need you to get caught up. Yep. Go watch that and come back. We'll be right here. Take your time. All right. So you know what? We're not gonna waste no time. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. And Stacy, a child, they horny. They all over each other. And you know what? I don't blame her. You know, according to Stacy, Izzy packing. So I get it. Like, they even started the episode with like this really hot and steamy like shower scene. And I'm just like, wow, Netflix. This is what we're getting into now. That was a bit much. That was a bit much. But yeah, there really aren't that many updates on them at the beginning of the episode. So we're gonna keep it pushing. Same with Lydia and Milton, y'all. Taylor and JP, they have their little ATV activity and then they sit down and have this conversation. And Taylor is, again, starting off the conversation with asking him questions like, you know, so how are you feeling? Where are you at with everything? Like, where's your head at? And as always, in typical JP fashion, kind of brushes it off with jokes. And he's just not taking her seriously. And I think at this point, my sis is actually getting frustrated. Which, girl, I don't know how you wasn't frustrated 2-3 episodes ago. Because at this point, she's been trying to be patient with him. And here we are, day 2, 3, 4, whatever day they're on. And it's still awkward. And when she's trying to get a feel of where he is and how they can move forward, he's not really being helpful with that. He wants to be childish. Taylor even had to point out to him, like, look at everybody else. Now look at us. We're not where we need to be at this point in the experiment. This weirdo says, well, we're not where we need to be because you keep harping on day 1 of the awkwardness. Like, you mentioned the awkwardness and now you won't let it go. You need to let it go. Taylor is like, no, I'm still harping on it because it's still awkward. And it's like, duh. Here we are days later and she's telling you that she's still having the same problem and it has not changed. And what that is telling me is that she may as well be talking back to a wall. Y'all would progress more if y'all spent y'all life in the pods. But that ain't how real life works now, is it? She is telling you, I've tried to be patient. I've stated the issue. I've been trying to work past it, but nothing is changing and it's days later. So that's why I'm still bringing it up, sir. So she's like, you know what? What's changed? What has changed from being in the pods to now being here? And when I tell y'all, I did not expect this to go left like this. This man, probably in the most nicest way he could say, told the girl that she's ugly. He said, I'm just not attracted to you, essentially. This man is like, look, I know on the first day you was trying to look your best. You wanted to feel pretty. You wanted to feel good. But like, I just would have preferred if you didn't come out so caked up like that. Like, fake everything. Fake lashes, face all caked up with makeup. I just would have appreciated if you looked more natural and not fake. And now keep in mind, that was the last time that we've seen her have makeup on. And here you are 3-4 days later and you still picturing her with a face full of makeup. Now, let's pause because we gotta address the big ass ugly elephant in the room. Because JP, have you seen yourself, sweetie? I tried to be nice about it before and I was like, you know, he ain't ugly, but he ain't cute. No, nigga, you ugly. Have you seen yourself? Like, out of all people, you have some nerve. It ain't even nerve. Audacity. Because when is the last time you looked in the mirror at your ugly ass? And you got the audacity to sit up here and call this girl fake. Oh, I even had makeup all over my jacket. You're lucky that a girl like Taylor didn't see your ass and run the fuck off. Because half of us would have seen you and be like, actually, no, I'm good. Love is not blind. Bitch, I can see. 2020 vision. My eyes work, baby. I don't like what the hell I'm looking at. I'm scared. Like, look at this man. He tried to tell her, just don't wear makeup and we'll be good. Like, as long as you look natural, I'll love you. Here's where my girl Taylor lost me because sis starting to act like Aaliyah. When JP said that to her, her first reaction should have been to laugh in this nigga face. I would have been like, sir, look at you. Like, it's looking like you need a little makeup yourself. Stop playing with me. I really feel like Taylor let this man play in her face because she really took what he said and he got in her head. She got to the point to where she felt like she needed to explain herself. I don't know why she was trying to explain herself on why she does what she does, why she wears makeup and, oh, it's to feel pretty and da-da-da-da. No, girl, that don't deserve no explanation, no conversation. Taylor looks so pretty with and without makeup. And if this man is telling you that he's still thinking about the face that he saw at first, but cannot cherish the beautiful face that's sitting right in front of him at that moment, let that nigga go. Let him go. If you're not his cup of tea, you're not his cup of tea. Just like you said, you're not gonna stop wearing your makeup. He ain't gonna tell you what to do. So if that's not gonna work for him and that's not gonna work for you, I don't really see where you guys meet in the middle with this. And she should have walked the hell away then, but she decided that, you know what, let's just take a little space from each other. She goes to sleep in another room and she's like, you know, we could talk on this tomorrow. Girl, I wouldn't have been talking about shit. We ain't got shit else to talk about. For real. Cause ain't no way in the world a human that looks like JP could tell me that I'm ugly. So fast forward to the next morning, all the couples are packing up their stuff. They had a little trip. The trip was short as hell. Everybody's packing up their stuff and leaving. And then of course, you know, we gotta see Taylor and JP have their conversation. Taylor comes in and she's like, listen, I feel completely different about you. I am not comfortable anymore. You are not the person that I fell in love with in the pods. And she gives this man his little crusty ring back. Thank God. If Taylor would have decided to continue to try this same thing out in the real world, I would have looked at her so crazy. What else do you need to see? Again, this season, another person that I am really proud of. Because girl, you don't deserve that. You don't deserve somebody to be making you question yourself because you wear makeup. That was the end of that. Taylor and JP are no more. Now, I will say this. You mean to tell me out of all the people in the pods that we only got 2 real engagements for real that lasted through the pods and the vacation? Come on, casting. What happened? So the couples are back in Houston and the first couple we get to see is Lydia and Milton. They're doing what they typically do when they get back. They get to merge their lives together, see each other's homes, meet each other's family and friends. And first we get to see Milton at his apartment. His apartment is pretty clean. Nothing shocking that stands out except for the fact that he really just doesn't have much. And Lydia would not let that go either. The fact that it's kind of giving 24 undergrad. But it's kind of like, girl, well, what did you expect? Honestly, I'm happy that it's that. Because if you ever really step foot into an undergrad dorm, it could be bad. It's a lot of guys out here that ain't never touched a load of clothes because their mama did it for them. Just saying. So at least his place was clean. Y'all. Now I lost the rest of this video's footage. Now luckily it wasn't much, but still. So I had to come back and re-record this because I couldn't just leave y'all hanging. So I'm gonna finish saying what I was saying. I believe we left off talking about Milton and Lydia. But I really didn't have too much more to say about them. They just kind of realized that they're gonna have a busy life, busy schedules, conflicting schedules. So that's something that they're gonna have to basically go back and forth with and try to make that work now that they are outside of the pods. Okay, so at this point we are circling back to Izzy and Stacy, and Stacy is taking Izzy to her townhouse. I knew I liked Stacy. My girl is organized, bougie, and she obviously got a little bit of money. Izzy does not come from that type of background at all. He's not an extremely flashy guy. He doesn't lead with money. He's pretty simple compared to Stacy. So I don't really know how they're gonna balance that, because you know that works for some people, but a lot of the times if you just don't care for certain things but your partner does, that can kind of be a conflict in how you guys handle a lot of things in your life. Finances, traveling, shopping, just how you guys go about life can be a conflict because you don't value the same things, especially monetarily. So Stacy is showing Izzy around, and Izzy, I'm not gonna lie, he's definitely impressed, but he's also giving a little shook, honey, because yeah, she ain't gonna get that at his spot. The big walk-in closet, the big island in the kitchen, she ain't gonna get that at his apartment. So yeah, after Stacy finally shows Izzy around, you know, they kind of stop in the kitchen and they have a little chat. You know, Stacy takes the opportunity to talk about finances. If y'all remember, Johnny definitely said this man got bad credit. With that being said, on top of the fact that we know that he don't really come from money either, this conversation is gonna be real interesting. She lets him know, like, listen, yes, I have money, my family has money, but we haven't always had money. So the way that we value money is different. And she basically lets us know, like, hey, I have this big old house. Originally, my plan was for it to just be me here, but now I'm adding a husband as well. So this house ain't cheap, baby boy. Speaking of not being cheap, you know, this house has 2 HVACs. One goes out, that's easily 20K right there. And so what she's trying to figure out is, Izzy, if you move into this house and her HVAC goes out, can I depend on you to cover those types of expenses if those types of things come up? When you move in, how do you want to handle expenses and bills? Like, how do you want to do our finances? Y'all, and you know, up until this point, I really thought they were a good fit, and they still are. But when it comes to money, yeah, they not seeing eye to eye on this. This man told her, well, you know, it is your townhome, but since I'll be moving in, I think it's only fair that we do it 50-50. No shade to the people that like it 50-50. And not only like it 50-50, no shade to the people that understand how their household's finances work, so 50-50 works best for them. No shade to y'all. It's your business, it's your money. But that ain't what Stacy is looking for. What Stacy is looking for is for somebody to be able to step up, lead, and provide for her. Not split things 50-50. Like, I'm almost positive, which is crazy, but I'm almost positive that Stacy would rather just cover it on her own than have a man that splits things 50-50 with her. It was kind of giving, like, what are we, college students? She was not trying to hear that 50-50. This man really thinks he's gonna move into her house and they're gonna split things 50-50. Stacy's face is like, I know you lying. I know you don't think that. So, you know, she's kind of like taken aback by this whole 50-50 thing, but she wants to know more. She's like, okay, what am I getting myself into? She's like, okay, so what about dinner? Like, are you trying to split that 50-50 too? When we go on our dinner dates, who's paying? This man's like, yeah, like I'm a 50-50 guy. Just, you know, throw 2 cards at it and split it down the middle. I don't know where Izzy got this mindset from. I don't know who he been dealing with that been putting up with this. If I'm being completely honest, I really don't know. But yeah, Stacey's not gonna be the girl to do that. She's like, listen, no, the man pays. When we go out to eat, you pay. She wasn't willing to budge on that. She's like, no, if you are my man, you're gonna be my man. And you're going to cover our meal. Period. If she does choose to be with Izzy, I can tell you now, money is gonna be a problem. Money is definitely gonna be a problem. Because she's looking for a provider and a leader. And from what I remember, it really don't even seem like Izzy has a secure job for real. Because he started a new job before the experiment and wasn't even there that long before he had to leave for the experiment. So it's really debatable on whether he actually has a job. I thought Aaliyah and Uche took us out the group chat, but I guess not. Because here we are. Here we are at the end of episode 6. And Aaliyah is sitting out to eat as Uche walks in to come sit down and talk to her. Why? How? What? What? How do we get here? I'm curious. Because, girl, the last time we saw you, you chucked up the deuces and was out of there. So how do we get back here? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. Because, like, this is giving awkward. Like, he walks in, he sits down. And I want to say all we really hear them talk about is the fact that Aaliyah regrets leaving and she still wants to be with him. And then the episode ends. Whew. So, yeah. That's how episode 6 ends. I'm really interested to see what's about to happen next, because I really thought we left this in the last episode. I really thought we did. But I guess we still got more to talk about. So as long as they keep filming and showing us stuff, we gonna keep talking about it. Alright, y'all, so that is it for this video. Like this video if you like this video and you want to see more content like this from me. Drop down in the comments. Let's get the conversation popping, y'all. And don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.